The High Court also ruled juveniles convicted of murder can't automatically be sentenced to life in prison, and it decided not to hear the case of the Mount Soeldad cross. Yes, the giant cross atop Mount Soeldad, the longest-running court case of its kind. Joining me to break down these court decisions and look ahead to Thursday's big case is Dan Eaton, a San Diego attorney. Dan, thanks for being here.
Sure. Hello, Joanne.
Hello. Let's talk about this cross, a 43-foot cross on federal land. Yes. How did it get there?
How it got there was that ultimately Congress passed a law that caused the transfer of the cross and the land to the federal government, and that's where it stood. And that was challenged as a violation of the United States Constitution's prohibition on the establishment of religion. And ultimately, the San Diego federal judge who heard the case, Larry Burns, said, no, it doesn't offend the Establishment Clause, but the Ninth Circuit seemed to disagree, and that was the appeal that was taken to the U.S. Supreme Court.
So what did the Ninth Circuit say?
The Ninth Circuit said that as it's currently configured, the cross site offends the prohibition on the establishment of religion. The Ninth Circuit said, we're not deciding whether a cross cannot be part of the site, the memorial site. What they said was, that's not before us, but as currently configured with the dominance of the cross, the 43-foot cross, given the history of the cross and so on, it cannot stand as it's currently configured. It just it offends the establishment of religion.
So it's unconstitutional as it stands now?
As it stands, but what's interesting is the Ninth Circuit didn't say exactly what needed to be done. Instead, they tossed it back to the San Diego federal judge. The federal government didn't want to wait, so they said, no, the U.S. Supreme Court, could you help us out here? We see where this is going. And the U.S. Supreme Court unanimously, Joanne, said, it's too early.
And that's unusual, first of all, for them to be unanimous about anything.
Well, about anything, that's
right.
But what's also unusual, Joanne, is that Justice Sam Alito, who is one of the conservative justices, issued a separate statement explaining why the court wasn't taking review at this time. Normally, Joanne, when they don't accept review, it just says cert denied, review denied, essentially. But Justice Alito said, look, we are not deciding the merits on this. What we are saying is that go back and look at this and see what you come up with respect to what has to be done with the cross site, and federal government, if you're unhappy, or the person who's challenging it, if you're unhappy, come back to see us, and then maybe we will weigh in ultimately on whether the site, as it's currently configured, passes constitutional muster.
So then what does happen now? Who does? Who goes back to reevaluate and to say, okay, can we make a change? What should we do?
Goes right back here to San Diego federal court, Joanne, and a San Diego federal judge, it was Larry Burns, I assume he's going to get the case again, and he's going to have to look at it again in light of the Ninth Circuit's ruling, because he is bound by what the Ninth Circuit said in its ruling, and he's going to have to decide the remedy in light of the Ninth Circuit's ruling that the cross site, as it's currently configured, is unconstitutional. So he'll come up with something, and then the dissatisfied party will go ahead and appeal to the Ninth Circuit again, and then the dissatisfied party will go ahead and go and see the U.S. Supreme Court again.
We will continue reporting on this. I want to move on to another big decision that came out yesterday. Now, this affects juveniles who are convicted of murder. What did the court decide?
The court decided, Joanne, that mandatory sentencing for life without parole, even for juvenile murders, was unconstitutional. It offended the Eighth Amendment's prohibition on cruel and unusual punishment. It said no. Justice Kagan, in her opinion, said, we're not ruling out the possibility that some juvenile offenders may be sent away for life without the possibility of parole. What we are saying, though, is, as you said in the opening, you can't have a state law that automatically sends them away if they are convicted of murder.
So I want to pick up on two things you said. First of all, state law and mandatory. So this would depend on what state you're in and whether or not that state has a mandatory minimum or a mandatory life in prison for a juvenile.
That's right, without parole. Of course, these juveniles were tried as adults, and the question was whether under the mandatory sentencing laws they could be put away for life without the possibility of parole. Justice Kagan said, no, juveniles are immature, they are evolving, and so on, and you can't put them away for life mandatorily without looking at the individual factors behind their crime, their maturity, and so on.
So just one follow-up with regard to, can a state decide at what age you are tried as an adult even though you are underage? age?
Oh, sure. They can certainly decide to refer it as an adult. This really factored in the sentencing issue and whether they can have these mandatory or required sentences that put juveniles away for life regarding a homicide or a murder. That's really what was at issue. And Justice Kagan said you can't have an automatic sentence. Now, maybe a jury or a judge can decide factors that indicate that it's appropriate in particular cases, but you can't have it mandatorily.
Not a lot of time left,
Okay.
but on Thursday, we're all waiting for Thursday. This is when the Supreme Court is going to hand down its decision on the healthcare law. Have you got any predictions for us?
Okay, well, I've tweeted my prediction, so you can go to at Dan Eaton Law if you really want to see my prediction. But the bottom line is that, Joanne, this is going to be one of the most historic days in Supreme Court history, no matter which way the Supreme Court rules. This is going to be exciting. This is going to be fireworks the week before the 4th of July in Washington, D.C.
I can tell you're excited.
Oh,
Dan,
boy,
thank you so much. And also I want to send viewers to kpbs.org. I know there's a much longer conversation with you on midday. Thank you so much.
Sure, thanks, Joanne.